What's the
See if I
mission?
got it. All right. You ready?
Either
Hey, what's going on, gang? It's Murado Music with 3-Piece TCG. Big Beard TCG. And who's that on this? Who else is out there? Am I hearing a rubber captain?
yo,
There he is. I'm about to say, don't leave me hanging. And
what's
2D.
good? What's good? I ain't gonna leave you hanging.
Your eyes and ears do not deceive you. You are hearing us both at the same time, hopefully in stereo, depending on what your capabilities are, right? And we are at the streets have been asking. The streets have been asking. They've been demanding, and I said, just give me a fucking month. Give me a month to get this shit together, right? But now we work together. And we said, you know what? OP-11 is coming out, and it's actually coming soon. It's just a few weeks away. And if you've been watching the lives for any amount of time, you know that I've piloted Rubber Captain's list back in the Gap. And I said, yo, this thing is cooking. And he had the Katakuri before I saw anybody else putting the Katakuri in. And then surely enough, the Eastern is following suit. So we're going to be getting into this. He's going to be the angel and the devil on my shoulder, telling me, you know, kind of what to do. He's going to explain the list. Then I'm going to go ahead and pilot it, right? Before we get into that, I know you see Monk of the Loof with Dofi's boa and glasses. That's right. He done kicked his ass and took his whole crew and his get up. He said, break yourself, bitch. Where can you get these leaders? Come on down to kdesign.com. Follow the link in the description. Use 3-Piece TCG to get 25% off your entire order. And also the memberships are live, ladies and gentle hams. Okay, so if you're trying to join that 3-Piece Navy, dude, come on down, be smashing and finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang, calling an emergency dick profile, all right? And you'll be the reason a firefighter learns to read. Anyways, without a further ado, enough of the silly business. Let's get down to brass tacks, all right? So, Rubber Captain, that's a lot of syllables. Do you go just by Rubber Captain every time, or
most people just call me Cap or
Cap,
Captain,
Rubber,
shit like that.
Rubber
Oh yeah,
Band Man?
hey, Rubber Cat. Even though we don't wear the rubbers, and
Yo.
just no pause, no pause. But nah. It's just kind of a spin off of Luffy, man. Inspiration.
There you
We
go.
like the Luffy leader, so he's the rubber man, so we the rubber captain.
There you go.
He's
There you go.
he's rubber, he's a captain, we both. So.
There you go. I was thinking about this when we were getting started. And I was like, yo, this is kind of like when Luffy and Law team up. I don't know how far into the anime you are, but I'm at episode 8
I
something.
finished it, bro.
No way.
I binge watched it. Look, I started from episode 1 and binge watched it over like a year.
No way.
Yeah.
So I started not this shit. I don't know, man. It was on set 3. So when set 3 came out, it was right when the live action came out. As soon as the live action came out, or right before, I would say, because I started watching it and they were like, hey, that live action is going to come out a month later. So I started watching it like the July before. And I was binge watching it here and there. I think that's the only way to watch the show. And then and right now I'm at episode. Well, they just got to Wano right now, so you put in a little more.
You about to get in there then.
Yeah. I can't even watch the. They just switched the from yes we have superpowers. They just switched from that to another intro song, and I can listen to it, but I can't even watch the intro because I look down. It's got him, throwing hands with Kaido. It looked like I was like, man, get the intros be ugly as fuck, bro. The last one was showing him fight Katakuri. I'm like, yo, we ain't even got there yet. But
you got some spoilers in this Decklist too, then.
Oh yeah. I try to. I've given up on so many things, but like, yeah, man. I do. It is kind of weird how as the sets release. I don't know if they do this on purpose because I have noticed they kind of pick. They don't just do chronological. They'll do like some is from this scene or some is from this arc and some is from that arc. But I kid you not, as Enel was being released, I was watching the Enel. You know what I mean? I just got done with Big Mom and Katakuri. This new 8 drop is about to come out. But anyways, I feel like we could talk forever, and we might just go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But
yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah. So this is your list, and take it away from the leader to the. We'll just go from left to right.
All right, so yeah, you got the leader, you know, standard Pluffy leader. Ain't nothing special. I mean, you got the special leader on the screen, but you know, y'all
Yeah,
know
yeah,
when to
yeah.
cop that. He already done said all that. But activate main once per turn. You can add one card from the top of your life cards to your hand. So he's a free ramper, you know, by taking a life, essentially drawing a card. So you ain't gonna have no shortage of cards in your hand, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, you can
absolutely.
do that. But yeah, usually I don't play Bond Clay in my list, but we decided to put the Bond Clays in here. You can sub this for any four cost ramper, but he's good into a lot of matchups coming in this OP-11 meta. So we decided to put two in there. If you can't afford it, you know, we got plenty of budget options. You guys should know
Yeah,
that by now.
yeah. We're and that's I was just about to say because before this we were talking about it. So Rubber is gonna be making a video on a secret Luffy less green purple Luffy list bars, right? So that's gonna be
Or
something to definitely check out. And I will be doing, and it's funny, we just figured out we're both doing this because we've obviously been having a. I feel like we've got a lot of the same pull with people, you know what I mean, which is awesome, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making a video with you because there's a lot of creators out here that are like kind of like I don't know, man. I don't want to make assumptions on people's character, but they just seem a little fucking shady. They seem a little fucking weird, like just weirdos, right? I'm like, nah, they seem,
yeah,
I'm not fucking with them. But the way that you have treated the people that have been a part of my community for a good while is the reason why I was like, oh yeah, I'll collab with Rubber because he, for one, actually communicates back with you guys in the fucking chat or in the comments, right? I don't understand these guys. They drop a video, they get all these views, they get all the support, and people comment and like never get comments back. And I'm just like, who the fuck are these guys?
yeah, that shit is wild to me. And it don't even be like they have a lot of comments neither. Like they'll have a lot of views, but
Yeah,
they don't even
that
have like a ungodly amount of comments to where they can't respond back. I don't get it
yeah.
either. Like I try to
I
respond to everybody.
Yeah, as much as I want to, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to whatever, but I am like, damn, I've kept 100% according to my YouTube thing, the YouTube studio. Like, there's no unanswered comments. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep it like that, but whatever, dude. Like, anyhow. I'll be doing the red purple Luffy with no Bond Clay and no secret Luffy because right now I know I'm running 4 of these and 2 of these, and that's like $500 worth of cards right there. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna. But we got other stuff. So those are the spoilers to come. But so you talked about Bond Clay. He's obviously a 2 of, so that's a flex, right? You don't really
Yeah, yeah,
have to see
he's
him.
interchangeable. You can play the Gene Bards, the four cost,
Oh yeah,
5K Gene Bards, or you can play
this is the one from the
there's a
starter deck. You can play
yeah,
Basil Hawkins. Uh,
got Basil. There's actually another card a lot of people don't talk about is the two cost Uda or
Ulti.
Oti. I don't know. I said Uti. Yeah, yeah, two
Yeah.
cost Oti, but she's a brick. But I mean, she
She's
does the
a
same thing.
so she's a brick, but I won the first time I ever played Red Purple Luffy in a tournament. I won because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just play her. And I have there's I don't know what was errated because you guys know I'm a firefighter who can't read, but like one of them was holographic and one of them was just colorful. This one looks like it was the holographic one, and the other one is just like a same picture but just the extra colors. But yeah, I don't know how I found so much value in this card, but I fucking love this card.
Because it's a three cost
It's a 3
ramper.
cost. You can swing. It's like it's a brand
Yeah.
new situation. You know what I mean? So
But yeah, it's 3 Don and it ramps you. You know, I played it. I actually played it in some of my first RP Luffy builds as well.
yeah,
So
and nobody was checking for it either. They're like, what? And I was like, yeah, bitch. Anyway, so you got Zoro Joro.
yeah, Zoro is just he's another ramper, but he's an emergency ramper. And you know, typical Luffy or Pluffy lists don't run ramp. That's where
Mm-hmm.
this list is different. We are running ramp and we're running it with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Zoro, take 2 life with your leader, and then you can use Zoro, or you can take 1 life with your leader, take a hit, and then use Zoro. That's essentially what he's there for. He's just an emergency ramper, but he's also a 1K, so he's not a brick. So we running him.
But yeah, do not be the person who swings with Zorodoro and you have 4 life and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
what?
I've actually done that, and
And we've all been there.
it
You
hurts.
gotta have the dumbest thing I've done. Was I had green purple Luffy and I blocked out, countered out, and then I'm swinging with my Zorodoro and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just you got this one, boss.
I think it's
and
mainly for the RP Luffy mains. They get
yeah,
so like
yeah,
used to just swinging them because your leader's at 3 life. But yeah, yeah, Luffy
absolutely.
list you definitely got to make sure you're at 3 life for sure.
Yeah. Now this Freno Suke, I've talked nothing but mad shit about this card forever. Just because, yes, it does have rush. If you have 8 or more Dawn and you can attach 1 Dawn, it will become a 5 for 5. But I'm just like, yo, like it. I think what made me mad is that one, we all love Frankie, but two, it's so close to being like a game-winning card. And I know people have won plenty of games swinging off of this. I have too back in the gap, but it's just like it's so close to being such a great card, but it winds up just being a searchable 2K. Anyways, your take on it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're good, you're good. Yeah, it's just a 2K, and it is searchable if you do play the searcher, but we're not running searchers in this build.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly just to help in the Blackbeard matchup or like Bello Betty matchups.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
a
play
great
down,
point.
Don one on, and then help like get rid of these little stump bodies or shit like that in Bello Betty, or just to help you give you an extra swing in Blackbeard. That's the only reason we're running it.
Absolutely, that's great. That's great. Okay, so Miss Doublefinger, Miss Double, she double
Yeah,
something.
yeah, hey, yeah. She got a lot of doubles on her, but
Oh yeah, blah.
but yeah, she's emergency ramp 2K counter. That's pretty much all it is. It's just
Okay.
emergency ramp. You're just looking. The whole idea of the deck is to look for a ramp piece in your starting hand and a
It
big.
it's funny because it looks like this whole top row is about ramping, and this whole bottom row is about the reason why. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's plenty of reasons why.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got the useless. Nah, he's the Eustace Captain Kid.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They call him useless, man, but hey, he's very useful to me. He's a 5 call 6K blocker. I recently added him back. He's just an extra card we can play out. And when we on them 9 Don turns, we don't want to take a life to go to 10. We can still play out our Rush Luffy or our Lin Lins and get that dime back and get that extra value.
There you
That's
go.
essentially what he's there for.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay, and he's a great option if you're going second as Luffy. You can have 4 Dawn, use leader's ability, ramp into him, and you're good to go. Right?
Oh well, we don't even do that in this build.
You don't. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah, nah. So going second, I will explain that when we get into the game.
Okay.
But
Good deal. Good deal.
there's a strategy we use going second.
I'm gonna need to know that. All
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah, I got you, I got you. It's actually surprisingly like good going second and going first in this build. You'll see once well you'll understand once I explain the strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, the Sanji, very rarely do we get to play him out for 3, but there is ways to do that. But yeah, he's just a 2K counter at the end of the day.
Okay.
And if we have to play him out for 6 to be a 6 call 6K blocker, it's not the worst thing in the world.
There you go.
But it definitely is a flexible 2K counter. You could put something else in there. I always like Sanji since I've been playing RB Luffy. That's why I got him in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. And then this one, I know this is one of your faves right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, Brule. Oh, another thing about the Sanji.
Real quick. Go ahead.
Just before I go off, you can play him out for 3. If you play out the Rush Sanji, you can
Ah.
always
Okay.
minus more Don to play him out for 3 as well. So there's a play where you can do both of those.
Nice. Okay, so if like let's
So,
say you're at 10 Dawn, you can play him out for 7. You can
yeah,
go down 2 more rested Dawn than you need. Or actually, if y'all are both at 10, you can just minus 2 Dawn
yeah, yeah. You just
and
minus
then
2 Don, and
play
then you
him
can
for
play out
3
3. Yeah,
and you get 13 Dawn worth of characters for 10 Dawn, which is pretty fucking nuts. And one of them's a rusher. That's not bad at all. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
So
great
then,
look.
yeah, Brule is like I say it in a lot of my videos. Is Brule, not Mister Two Bond Clay. This is my Bond Clay right here. Hey, look.
Nice, nice. Okay.
I can't tell you how many games Brule has came in clutch for me. Like just like late game,
Uh-huh.
I got a card in hand. If it would have been Mister Two, I would have lost the game. But just being able to play out that blocker,
Okay.
and have her on the board as a blocker, actually won me like so many games. And I've had
Well,
a lot of people tell me too that since they've incorporated her into their builds, that they have increased their win rate.
yeah,
Just by
because
being able to counter out of them attacks early or use it late game as a blocker.
yeah, I feel like a lot of removal in the game has shifted to KO based. The only prevalent trash is Beckman, right? And blue isn't as prevalent as it used to be. Blue isn't quite in the meta, so we're not worried about bottom decking. We're not worried, and Beckman is the only one that can trash it. But everybody else is pretty much KOing, which would still trigger branch,
But
branch's
but
ability, right?
the thing about branches, when you're playing it in like these ramp builds,
Hmm.
you're using her early game, right? So ramp,
Hmm.
they can't even play Batman at that stage.
That's right.
Like
You're gonna
they
get,
won't have enough Don. They won't even have enough Don to play Batman. So like
yeah. And
if
if
they
they
wait,
want to use Beckman, what, a whole turn or 2 turns later
yeah,
to get rid of a Brule instead of everything else we're developing, it's like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll take it, you know?
yeah. I don't never care if they get rid of Brule because it's like if even if you bottom deck it with fucking I don't know Red Rock or damn some of the other event. If you're using that much Don just to get rid of that blocker, then she did her job regardless. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
Nice, nice. Okay, good. Yeah. And just another note too is that, like, so I would think that this is a card that you're more than happy to play on curb, or is that what do you think?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Mm. Okay,
Um,
good deal.
the only card I would play over her on curve is the lead performer, just because it's a brick.
Okay, okay,
We ain't
good
got
deal.
that far yet, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say because she also slows the game down, and when you find, whenever you use her, even if you use her just for the ramp, I mean, when you find yourself later in a game and you just have that extra life in you know what I mean, in your life because
yeah.
you use the brulee at some point in time, it's amazing.
Oh
The
yeah,
big
I like
mama
stuff like that.
herself,
Yeah, yeah.
type
We actually went
two.
down to three big moms, man. I was running four,
Uh huh.
but I wanted to fit another card in, so we went down
Yeah.
to three. But gaining life in this list is the reason why we don't care about taking her life. So
Yeah.
she's definitely an important piece to the puzzle, and it's also a
Absolutely.
card that you can, freestand with your new category that come out. So they can't even attack into her. She just sits on the board, and it's a
Yeah.
whole lot harder for like Shanks specifically to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The 9K, them 9K bodies is like the bane of Shanks' existence.
Yeah, I was also gonna say that, like, because I forget we're talking about OP-11. You just mentioned, Katakuri, who I feel like is power creep the card, but I feel like what makes blue purple Luffy, this guy right here, this guy, I feel like what makes him so special and really hard to beat is, yes, he's a 6K body, but also it's the value you get from these two cards, right? And nobody else
Yeah.
really gets to get that kind of value because we Sanji these cards out, right? Cool. So it's like you get these 9K bodies out, like you were saying, but but when another leader can do the same damn thing essentially and be healing it, in my what I've found, because spoilers, my list does have these as well, but it turns into a hang and bang situation with what is supposed to be the most broken leader in the game, except for the fact that as Purple Luffy, you've seen a lot more cards than they have, right? So you're gonna be able theoretically to do it longer. They would have to be in some sort of high roll situation because you've already seen 2 more cards because of the 2 more life, right? But yeah, I really love Big Mom in this list as well. I think I've
Yeah,
actually got her at 3 as well.
it's not even just that. It's also the fact that you're ramping so consistently. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting these bodies out faster than them. So by the time they even get to their play, you've already got two of these bodies established anyway. So
Yeah,
it's like you're
absolutely.
having to counter out of your attacks, and then if they do play a big body for that turn, they can't even swing into you with their leader because all you do is just category blocker or just whatever
Yeah,
2K counter out.
I remember saying in one of my videos, hey, this is what beating blue purple Luffy looks like, you get to a place where you're able to stabilize, set up your bigs, and you just keep swinging, and you typically are going to have more cards than them. So I mean, yeah, it's a great addition. Now I'm seeing 4 of this purple Sanji, and we're loving the fucking swag daddy right here. What's going on with this?
Yeah, I like Sanji just first off because he's not a brick. He's a
Yeah,
big body. He's not a brick. He has rush and he rests down the blocker. I win so many games with this card. It's insane because people
nice,
don't expect it. I actually run this card in my GP Luffy build as well because people don't expect it. A
nice,
a lot of people just don't. They don't. They
and
just don't. They don't play around it.
yeah,
And
he
you can punish them.
can still trigger Sanji pudding.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can trigger Sanji putting with him too as well.
Yeah, nice.
In
Okay,
the GP Luffy though, I don't use him to trigger Sanji pudding. I'll just do
okay.
one with him, and then I'll do leader effects still to trigger Sanji pudding. But yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay,
win.
okay, okay.
You can win multiple games with him because they don't play around him. Nobody expects to play him when you're playing GP Luffy. But yeah, he's a great card, and I think really all purple decks to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, and what's the deal with these it's Sanji and it's Beckman, these reds that are so fucking impactful reds. It's these 7 drops that are so fucking impactful and they still have a 1K counter. I'm like, yo, even if they didn't have the 1K counter, you would probably still run Beckman. You'd probably still run a Sanji. It'd be a little tough, right? Because it's be 4
Yeah,
more
yeah, it'd be a
bricks,
lot
but
less copies, but
but
the fact
yo,
that you
like
can is really good. Yeah.
nuts. All right, so we got Big Boot Scoot Luffy. What's going on with him?
So we played a Luffy mainly because he's a 9 cost 10K rusher, but on top of that, he draws you a card. So that goes back to the theory of like we're drawing so many cards, we're just gonna have a handful of counter and bigs.
Nice,
But he keeps that pressure on your opponent, and he also can help you clear DP's board if you want to go on the board.
nice.
Great card.
Yeah, I was honestly when he first came out, I was like, man, as soon as I was him and Han, as soon as I played that, as soon as you get that ability out, you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean into RP Luffy, you get to get that 1 Dawn back. Into Purple Luffy, don't fucking matter, especially if you got your kid established up here.
Yeah,
But
your
having
kid or your other card we haven't made it to yet.
Yeah, but once you draw for free, it's like it feels like it's drawing for free, and you get the rush 10K body. Yeah, if like you were saying, if 9K bodies were the bane of Shanks' existence, welcome to fucking 10. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, he also can help you get rid of them big chains,
Oh yeah.
as well. Just putting some down on them and swinging into them is never a bad thing. Like,
There you go.
they just wasted the whole turn to play out a big shank. But,
There you go.
he's a great card. He just keeps that pressure. We like that pressure.
Oh yeah. Putting on that pressure. All right, so now we've got what I've always called power creep the card. Go ahead,
Oh
take it
yeah,
away.
the category blocker is like your perfect curve. You see this on curve. Turn 3, you're playing this out, and they just have to look at it.
Yeah,
If they
yeah,
if they develop the next turn, they can't even swing into you because you just free block with category.
yeah,
And the next turn you're dropping another big body, and it's like they just get overwhelmed so quick. And not only that, he ramps you a card rested, so
oh yeah,
that's gonna help you out on them awkward 9 die turns when you play out a Luffy on 9 or something like that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you want to be able to take life with your lead, so you can have an open dime, and you want to be able to use Gum Gum Giant freely. Category is gonna help out with that. So
absolutely. And one thing I've also noticed is because you were saying how 9 is the bane of Shanks' existence. I was playing against the Shanks with my list recently, and he divine departure Katakuri, and I was like, well, you're no fun. However, they just spent 6 of their fucking 8 Dawn doing that. So the next turn, I just do whatever the fuck I want to do again. You know what I mean? Like it was like you got rid of that, and that's all you did. So we get, because you're ramping into Katakuri. You're not playing him honest like the Katakuri leader would have to do, right? So Yeah, I think ramping to this card is incredible. It's an incredible race.
That's one of the reasons why I went down to three of him so I could add another card. Is just because cards like Divine Departure. It is easier for them to get rid of a 8 cost now, or
Yeah.
8 cost 8K specifically. They do have that 5 cost event card for purple too. That
Oh yeah, the
sells 8 cards as
Ragnarok.
well.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
so I've seen a lot of lists starting to try to tech that. So
Yeah, people are talking about taking it into like my Plofi build and stuff like that, and I hear where they're coming from. The thing is that the God thread is it ramps you, and it
yeah,
takes
God
out a,
Thread's better value
you
for
know what
me
I'm
all
saying?
around.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
okay,
somebody was trying to preach that card to me too. I was like, nah, I'll keep my God Thread, man. You can have it.
yeah, but okay, so you were just saying that's why you put another card in, and I'm assuming it's that promo Kaido.
Romo Kaido, man, the most
Yeah.
slept on 8 costs in the game right now. Nah,
Hell yeah! For I mean,
yeah.
honestly, shit. I mean, if it now, I'm sure it'd be people be a little more hip to it if it wasn't a promo from what set 1 or 2 or some bullshit like that. I don't know when it came out, but
I don't know
uh,
when it came out. I don't think it's I don't think it's really old, but I know it's cheap.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I got a playset of them for like $8. I'm pretty sure. Oh shit, my phone. I got a playset of them for like $8. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I'm
Just
gonna have to check
recently.
that out.
So
I know I got 1 or 2 of them, but I'm gonna have to just go ahead and just grab them just cause. You know what I mean?
oh, the reason why we like this card is if we don't see Curry, or sometimes even if we do see Curry, either one, we're playing either one of these out on 3, right? This card at the end of your turn, it ramps you a Don active. And it's gonna
Yeah,
do and it's gonna do that every turn. So like when you're
sexually
on the
active.
9 turns, yeah, when you're on the 9 turns and you play out a Rush Luffy or a Lin Lin, you're getting a Don back active for your Gum Gum Giants every single turn. And if you're on 10 Don, you're gonna have 2 active Don.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
there's even situations where you have two of these on board, and you play out a Rush Luffy, you actually neg more Don,
Yeah.
so you can ramp back more Don active. It's just like a big safety net, and it's a 9K attacker, 2K over that
Man.
Sanji Puddin or that Rush Luffy, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So I love that. If you were in a situation where you get 2 of these out there, you actually return as you return 2. Shit, you got 3, return 3. You return as many Dawn as you have Kaido. And not only you get the draw, not only you get the rush, but you will have that many Dawn active to protect yourself on defense, which I think is crazy. Nice,
Yes, sir. Yes,
nice.
sir.
And 9K body, of course. 9K feels so good into anything. So let's take it over to Uso Hachi Miso Horny.
Yeah, we know that's just the best
Yeah,
purple 2K counter in the game, man.
yeah,
This card's won me a shit ton of games too. I'm sure it's won you plenty of games as well.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a
You don't think of it as a finisher, right? But when you really think back to how many games you finished because you had a Uso Hachi, either as the 2K counter that it is or turning cards sideways, fuck. That's like, yo, that's crazy.
Not gonna lie, like I get rid of most of my other 2K counters when I got this one in the hand. I'll use
Yeah,
this one last. Like this is my last one I'm gonna get rid of out my
yeah.
hand because just having it in hand and having that availability to play it out can just turn the whole game around.
And so for me personally, like I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say you love to keep 2 of them for really bad just in cases, right? Because you use 2 of them, you got 4 Don. Hopefully, you've got some kind of board, right, to swing
Yes,
into.
sir.
But with this one, with this build, with what I'm looking at right here, this roster, if you will, you could save 3 of these motherfuckers, and they got 3 blockers, and you're ready to go for game. Cool. Spend 9 Don. Why? Because that's a 9K, that's a 8K, that's a 10K, that's a 7K, that's a 9K. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
everybody's
yeah,
big
yeah.
city swinging. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. He is kind of pricey though, so for the budget players out there, you can just play the other option. It's not as good, but it's still good.
wait a minute. What is he
The other
costing
was
these
Hachi.
days?
Oh man, I think it's like maybe $12,
Oh
maybe more. Hold
shit.
on, let me look him up real quick. Oh, I don't want to give misinformation. I know he's up there in price though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. For Uso Hachi is same price with them.
Usohachi is so horny. That's nuts. So if you can find a MSRP purple Luffy starter deck,
Oh yeah, he's $10.
buy all of them. Shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's $10 right now.
Now how about the creme de la Edgar over here?
Oh man, yeah, this is the greatest
Little
event
giant.
card in the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giant says the ability to get out of a 20K swing
Oh
is
yeah.
real.
Yeah. 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 You know.
Giant's the reason why you can have a handful of bricks, and if you got that one open dime, your opponent's still debating their life.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's I've had two different. One was a newer subscriber, I believe, and the other one had been around for a while. But I had two people ask me or make comments about like the amount of bricks in a deck that I'll be running, and I'm like, yo, I forget. Somebody said 19 bricks, and I'm like, yeah. Did you not look at Green Purple Luffy's 28 bricks? Or Lucci 23 on average, always over 20 bricks. It's like there are some decks, and I understood when I looked at like I looked at a Dofi list. Dofi will have like like I don't know, like maybe 14. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
also wound up getting fucking banned, right? But I mean, there's different leaders throughout time that have had certain amount. I mean, fucking Sakazuki used to only run 8 2Ks. You know what I mean? And yeah, of course he got fucking canceled, allegations, right? But the thing to understand is that when you've got cards to cycle, like Gum Gum Giant will get rid of a brick and draw you two more cards. You get what I'm saying? And I know you get what
yeah,
I'm saying, but you guys at home, y'all get what I'm saying? So when you're able to, and then also your bricks are supposed to be your hot potatoes. They're supposed to be oh shit, they're in my hand, they're on the board immediately because they serve that kind of purpose. Bricks are only bricks because look what this one does. Look what this one does. Look at what these cards do. They're incredible cards. So yeah, get them out of your hand. Don't hold on to them, or yeah, you do fuck yourself. But
yeah. That does go like leader specific as well, though.
yeah.
Like the reason Lucci can do it is because they do have that recyclability.
Hmm.
Rebecca pull shit out of trash, grab a 2K, they can just recycle their 2Ks to their hand.
Yeah.
Um, Purple, you do have the Gum Gum Giants because I know I was running a build with like a PB Luffy build that had like it was like 19 bricks or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
I had Frankie blockers, I had Onami blockers, I had Gum Gum Giant. I'm like, bro, I'm cycling my hand,
this one's
ridiculous.
got 4, 7, 10,
Um,
13, 16, 20 if you count the giant, because the giant by itself is a brick, right? But yeah, like this was the thing about Purple Luffy that makes it so lethal is you have a sweet you have such access to so many 2Ks. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, yeah, we got a lot of 2Ks in the list for
yeah, so
sure.
we know Giants the goat, and then lead performer. This is a very interesting card. Please speak on this because it's a 4 cost ramper.
So the main reason we play it is it's a 4 cost ramper, but not only is it that, it's a life trigger, and not only is it that, it draws you a card.
Oh
So
yeah.
it replaces itself, and if you look through the list, you can see that we got a couple cards that replace themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main idea, is to get a big ass hand size and sit on these big bodies, and they just can't get rid of them.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I love that it stays. If it's in life, it stays relevant. And if not, it's Gum Gum Giant. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
the
just a brick
perfect
we
pick
can
to
get
get
rid
rid
of.
of, kind of deal. So yeah,
And you could
yeah,
easily switch that out for, like, if you wanted more counter, less bricks, you could easily switch that out for another ramper. The shit we was talking about earlier, Gene Bar, whatever.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's interchangeable. I just like it because it draws me another card,
yeah.
digs me deeper into that deck, helps me find them categories or them Kados, whatever. Drawing 2 cards in one turn. Well, Really, when you play this card out, yeah, you draw 2 cards in that one turn because you ramp
Hmm.
with lead. You get to
Hmm.
draw that card out of life, and then you play this card out. You get to draw another card. So, and then you might have drew a card for the turn if you're going second. So
Yeah,
it's like
if
drawing three
you're
cards in one turn.
Yeah, if you're going first and you go into your 3 dawn turn, you drew a card for the turn, you ramp, you drew a card from life, you played this out because you went to 4, and you drew another card. That's 3 cards in one turn. And that is fucking big city value, dog. That's badass right there. Um,
Yes, sir.
okay, so when I made it through the list, and now it's time to talk about these strats, and then yeah, and I guess we'll do after this we'll do like I'll play like 3 games. You tell me who to play, kind of deal, like what highlight what matchups you want to showcase or whatever, and I'll do my damnedest. I'm gonna bring it back. But
Yeah, yeah, we're good.
so
We're good.
what are the strategies you were talking about now?
Okay, so going second, you got a couple options when you go second. Most of the time, people are going to take first away from you because you're purple Luffy,
Yeah,
which they think it hurts us, but since we're not playing the Luffy Taro build, it doesn't hurt us at all because all
we're
we
fine.
do, we have an option. We're always looking for ramp in our opening hand for
Mhm.
one, which is the lead performer disasters, any ramp piece.
Mhm.
We're looking for ramp in our hand. We're looking for a big, preferably at 8 cost, but as long as we got that ramp and a big, we don't care which one it is.
Okay.
Um, Usually you don't want to take life because you want to take your own life, right? Well,
Right.
if you don't got a lot of counter in hand going second, you don't mind taking that life because as long as you got that ramp piece, the next turn you're gonna ramp twice anyway, and you're gonna be on 8 down at 3 regardless. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
don't
and
have to worry
then
about
from there,
yeah,
it kind of writes itself. Yeah.
yeah. Then you're just spamming out the big bodies every turn,
Okay.
etc. Going first is just typical, you know, typical Pluffy. You're looking for a ramp piece still. You're looking for a big, preferably at 8 cost.
Mhm.
You're trying to get your the goal is to try to get an 8 cost out on 3. But if you can't, you can always take another life to get a 9 dropout as long as
Mhm.
you got that ramp.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just our goal, just to get these big bodies out quick as possible, overwhelm our opponent with big swings, and just control the game from there, and then sit on these category blockers, these gum gum giants, and all these 2Ks, or even the Eustace Kid blocker.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
Eustace Kid's basically here, just in case, like, okay, I mulligan, I don't see any ramps somehow, I don't have anything to play, going second, okay, Eustace Kid. Then we can
Okay.
go from there.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, with that being said, I guess it's time to get our hands dirty. I don't know how I wind up being the one that has to go first, but let's do it.
Hey man, hey man, hey. First
There we
one,
go.
the first one to experiments always the
Yeah.
funnest.
There we go.
You
There
get
we
to have
go.
the most fun, okay?
Yeah. All right. So, which what are we looking at? What you want me to go for?
Really, we can go for anything.
Okay.
I know my sim when I try to click on specific leaders, it always freezes up on me, so I don't even try to do that no more. I just go random.
Okay. Well, host the public. Well, hang on. I know this one's been floating around.
To
I
be
want
to be honest, if you're gonna get cooked, it's probably gonna be by some off meta shit, cause
some weird
the
shit.
matchups are just weird. Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be the off meta leaders, man. I'm telling you, them off meta leaders like just some weird ass like Newgate or something. Like decks you
Yeah.
don't really tech against, just will cook you.
Okay. Yeah. I am as I'm refreshing. I am seeing like 7, 8, 9, 6 each
Or
time.
we could do
So
Shanks or anything.
yeah. Let's see if Shanks will work. Okay. Yeah. What you just told me, it is very true, and I'll just host it. Yeah.
Yeah, it annoys
It
me so
happens a lot.
bad. I just like, bro, as I can't even like give y'all specific matchups like that. Like I want to,
Uh.
because I'll sit there for an hour trying to
Oh
find the
shit.
matchup. Oh yeah,
Speaking of off meta bullshit, here we go.
I don't think we're
Okay,
worried about him. Okay, you do got a ramp piece in hand and a big. I think this is good. Are you going first or second?
we're going second. It
Come on.
looks like.
Okay, okay, yeah, you can actually keep this hand. It's
Okay,
not a bad hand.
and we're
Because
gonna
worst
throw
come
out.
to worst, they're gonna be trying to apply a lot of hits to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you do got Brule if worst come to worst. But I would like to do lead performance disaster first, just because it does
Yeah.
draw you them extra cards, and
Yeah.
you already got a shit ton of counter in hand, so it's
Oh
like,
yeah. So with this one, we do want to go ahead and block out, or we do want to counter,
you
or
can you can take.
you can
You're going
take. Okay.
second. You don't care, yeah,
Okay. Cool deal.
because you're gonna ramp twice anyways. This next turn, and you'll be on 8.
Okay. So we're gonna play this out. Draw this. Boom. And would you want me to go ahead and ramp, because that would take
Yeah,
me?
you would
Yeah.
go ahead and ramp and just
Okay. Good
swing
deal.
it to his body since he's already low on cards, just to try
There
to
we
get
go.
get some pressure off of you.
There we go. Okay.
If
Perfect.
he gives you a 2K, he does. That's fine. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
got
great.
enough counter in hand to get out of whatever right now, and then
So is there
you could easily heal next turn, or you could play out Kaido, anything.
So is there a how was I gonna put it? Is there a limit where you want to start countering? For example, like, yo, don't go under 2 life, or how do you? Is there anything that you think about like that?
Um,
Matchup
it just
specific,
depends
probably.
on what I. It just depends what I got. Yeah, matchup specific. If some aggro decks, I know I'm gonna be trying to drop these big moms out and just get rid of their threats and
Hmm.
heal. But I definitely don't want to take 5Ks,
Yeah,
if I
we'll go
got
ahead and
all this counter in hand. And
yeah.
you also have to keep in the back of your mind of putting, when you're
Yeah,
playing against blue. So I will counter out in the blue matchup more than I would others,
yeah.
just because we do want to respect Puddin, because Puddin is a card.
And they do have, okay, cool. So
Yeah,
I
so
wouldn't mind giving them countering out of this
yeah,
one as well.
yeah, definitely. You got plenty of counters. So
Uh, France Nosuke is
yeah,
good.
I usually get rid of my ones that I'm not worried about, like
Okay, good deal.
Inosuke, even the blockers,
Yeah.
even Brulee's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we're
But if you
already
need to
ramped
block
up
her
where we
up,
want to be at.
if you need to block her up, you got Kid, so you're good.
There you go. Okay, so this, if we get
You
rid
got
of
the
these
shenanigans.
two, we're completely done with their, we eliminate their pudding, right? So do you want to block, or take this one and
Um,
block the next one?
you don't want to take this one
Okay.
just because they're gonna put another Don on him and swing 8.
Okay, good deal. Yeah,
I mean,
there
it's
is
the
one
same
down open.
thing regardless. Either you get rid of two Ks or 2K 1K. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just depends on what you want to keep in your hand. I think keeping the Usohachi in hand is better just because you can rest down their bodies
Hmm.
if you need to attack into them.
Now I can tell you right now, they were not expecting all of that counter. They were, not, and we're still back to 6 cards in hand. They were not expecting that, Jack. Now, so this is just first things that come to my mind. They got 5 cards in hand. That's cool, but I could just ramp one. I do go down to one, and then I play this out. We can get that out, or obviously we got this, or we could draw and swing into it. But what are you
They
thinking?
don't play rushers, so I wouldn't be opposed to healing. I don't think they have rushers, do they? I think they have rushers.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, cause he was
Because
just
he could
there.
easily play out a low body and do a double swing again. So I would definitely want to get
Yeah,
that off board, like guaranteed.
yeah. So we'll go ahead and ramp one, and then I'll go ahead and swing in the life, just see what he does. I'm in front of. I'm playing with somebody watching me, so now I won't develop before I swing like a fucking goon.
It's all
Okay.
good. It'd be like
I
that sometimes.
I only do that shit on fucking Sim too. Okay, so all these cards look killer to me. So which one would you say to get rid of?
Um, I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of the Kaido because we do got the
Okay.
kid, which does the same thing. He's
Okay.
not as big as a body, but
And he's not a
worst
brick.
come to worst, if we need to block her up next turn, we can easily just play out the kid and
All right. And we put this to the
try to
bottom, so
remove
we
somebody.
put this to the bottom.
Yeah,
Now we know that their last life is a brick, which is huge knowledge in this game.
probably in this type of matchup, we just want to starve them and
Hmm.
establish a lot of big bodies and just kill them.
Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking of Big Luft next, yeah?
Yeah, I'm down with that too. As long
Okay,
as he
good
doesn't
deal.
go crazy and get us down there.
Bitch ass,
Oh,
horny ass Jones, bro. Well,
Buddy Jones.
what can he do? He can't give him any extra. Yeah, he
Nah,
can't. He can't do anything like that. Okay, so I can give him. Do I give him Captain Kidd or do I give him Sanji? What's your forecast?
I'd probably keep the blocker just in case,
Okay.
but he does play Hody Jones, so
Yeah,
I
that's what I was
don't think it
saying.
really matters. He can just rest it on the blocker. Just give him the blocker.
Okay, cool.
He can just rest it down anyway, so it's like at that point, not really gonna save us.
Now we can get out of this attack, or we could take it, see what we get.
I wouldn't be opposed to getting out of it.
Yeah. The reason why I was thinking of getting out of it is because I don't like going down to 1 when this is on board, because if we don't clear it, then they 2-shot us and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We're definitely gonna get rid of this body though.
Alrighty. Okay, so the question
I would swing.
is
I
big
would swing
swing.
first with the big mom just to
Okay.
see if what he does.
Now
He gave us what does he got? What does he got in trash? He got any
he's
2Ks in there?
just
He
two,
got one
just
2K.
one 2K, one 1K. Now, if we decide to load up on Big Mom, there's next to nothing he can do unless he's gonna get super desperate. But if we were to put 1 on Big Mom, swing, that's gonna be 2 of his 5 cards. And then if we were to play out Luffy afterwards, swing, that's gonna be the other 2 of his 3 cards. He would have 1 card left. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, if you put one on Big Mom, it's gonna cost him 2 cards, and then play out Luffy, it's gonna cost him 2 cards. So you'd have to have 2K, 1K, 2K, 1K. But
yeah.
that is a safe bet. That is a safe bet to get him off the board.
All right, so we want to do that then.
Yes, sir.
All right. Definitely not going to swing the life at all at any point.
Nah, you don't want to give him. You don't want to give him extra counter for sure, or an option for extra counter. And if he lets this go, then we're good anyway.
Okay. All right. So we can do this now. Bing, bang, boom. Okay, so we got 3K in counter. See if he's got another one. I fucking knew he would. I really did know he would.
Is that two 2Ks?
2 2Ks. What a dirtbag. Okay.
I mean,
You want to go ahead and
don't
swing
think
at
he's
him now
really
and then.
yeah, you can swing in a life now. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna hurt. The good thing is he can't use Hody Jones with his leader effect, so you know that's a plus.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got to worry about these bodies on board at this point. If he don't, he just don't care about his life, I guess.
5-less cards in hand, draw 2 cards. Oh, what a fucking D-bag. That's what that card goes good into. That's why that card's $10.
Yeah, that VV is good for the
Well,
Sanji.
I'll tell you what, they don't kill us. Yeah, they definitely don't kill us this turn, right? And if we can establish a blocker, while they do run Horny Jones, okay. So we got to block out of 1, and we gotta block out of 1 of these. The question is, do we get rid of our blocker, or do we double Sanji?
I would keep the blocker just in case. I mean,
Okay.
they have to have a Hody Jones. They did draw 4 cards, but they still have to have it.
Yeah, yeah.
These off meta matchups are so annoying.
Yeah, I think you set us up for it, because I was like, I'm gonna try and click into what we'd actually see. You're like, well, blah blah blah. Like, here we go. All right, we got 2 blockers. How you like that? All right, so with next to no, with literally no Don investment, we can swing here, figure out if we give
I
him
definitely
2.
get the body off board for sure.
Okay, so do you want to just swing naked at them and see if they got
Yeah,
it?
yeah. See what they
Okay.
got. Test the waters.
All right, there we go.
Worst come to worst, we can play a blocker out, don up on Lin Lin, and swing into it.
All right, and we're bleeding the block right now. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna have all the. They can't see everything. That's crazy. Oh my God, they let them go. That's what I'm talking about.
What does that rested card do?
That's a trash 1 card from your hand, rest his character, draw 1 card.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah, you might want to get him off the board.
get his ass
Get him
off the board.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. Please counter out. Okay, cool. Now we can go ahead and just swing 9 in the face. And then we can establish 2 blockers. You know, I don't know if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's up to you, man. If he has Hody, we're probably cooked either way. I would keep that 1 in hand.
Yeah,
for
keep
the
that
extra
1.
counter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just have that extra counter just in case. I don't
And
know
if this is
if he plays Hody, he'll be less likely to swing into us if we have some open Don.
yeah, and yeah, we got open Dawn. We have one life. That is an opportunity for it to be a gum giant. And if he doesn't have horny ass Jones, then we should be golden because whatever he
Oh yeah, that's
establishes,
GG's. That's
yeah.
GG's. He ain't got Hody.
So we'll see what's up.
They always have that shit, man. Every
They
time.
always fucking got it, bro. 6 copies minimum, bro.
I be forgetting about it sometimes when I'm playing against Smoker and I won't play around it, and they always got it. I'm like, bro, Hody Jones.
Horny ass. Now I will say this: if they decide to horny ass Jones us, they have got to be able to win, or we will be in that ass because they're gonna take a life, and that's gonna be it. And if they spend 7, they'll have 3 left, so they can go 8. We would just need this to be a counter. That's what we would really need. If this is a 1K counter, we win. Right? Yeah, because 7, 8, and then 1K counter, and this is a pretty counter heavy list. So I would be shocked if it's not at least a counter. Oh yeah, we love that. We fucking love that. I'll just give him a 2K, yeah, and then save the kid to swing.
He definitely can't play Hody Jones now for sure.
Yeah, so just go ahead and give him Francinosuke, you think?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He's probably gonna try to play a blocker.
Block
Maybe
away.
2 blockers, 2 low cost blockers maybe. I don't know if they play blockers or not. They play.
Bitch ass
Carrot?
Carrot. Let me tell you something. I love Carrot in anime. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This game was over. Oh yeah. Damn bitch ass Delphil Among Us. Get the hell out of here. Anyways, I was just about to say I love Carrot in anime. One of my favorite characters, but damn in this game do I fucking hate seeing her. Let's see what they were running.
We don't play many 7 costs, so these 9
Yeah.
cost Carrots no good.
Yeah. So they had some rush. They could have done some things. But this 4 or less to the owner's hand, hashtag useless. There's no reason to play that out ever. Yeah,
We
okay.
could have played that out, but we could have just countered out of one and blocked the other and still killed him.
Yeah. Oh, and we did have a
enough
1K.
counter.
We did have a 1K here, so we were good to go. We would have survived the Horny Jones attack. Oh yeah, that was good. Very satisfying. Very sad. A little bit of a nail biter.
That's one of them. That's one of them leaders. Like you don't know how it's gonna go.
I'm gonna try and get this Caddy Curry game. How about that?
Yeah, he did win an event recently, huh?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Because I just haven't seen Caddy Curry play. Okay, well that's not
I
working.
think he won a 3v3 in the East.
Let's see what the blue purple Luffy's going about. Hell yeah, crash the whole fucking game, bitch. Do it.
I told you that's why. That's why I don't be doing that shit.
God,
You try to get them specific matchups and then just crash your game out. Then you gotta reset.
Bro, recently, I'm gonna exit out and just do it. Can you still? Are you still there?
You have to. Yeah, I'm still here. You just have to
Okay, cool. Oh, reshare it.
Yeah, you just have to reshare your screen when you open up.
Okay. Anyways, recently I was able to play make a whole video, and it was all like you could see the last person I just played. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, this is cool, and it was a rare occurrence. I didn't make a big enough deal about it, but yeah, it really was a rare thing. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's like what we call that. I can't even think of the name of it. Yeah, I try to get specific matchups for people, man, but like after a while, when you're like sitting here for 2 hours and you're trying to get these matchups through, and then you still gotta edit and all that, I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna run random. Whoever I get.
Yeah, okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm my bad. Yeah, and you know what it is too is that every once in a while I'll get a comment, yo, are you playing on your phone? Like I'm doing something taboo. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing on my fucking phone. Like that's where I don't care because I'm able to close everything out so fast and just keep it fucking moving. And then of course game on the go kind of deal. All right, so I'm gonna just have to host it. See what we get.
So good. Hopefully we get like a meta matchup, but
Yeah,
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 I play on my phone too. Like when I'm laying down, getting ready to go to sleep for work, I'll
yeah.
I'll I'll cook up some dead lists on my phone just randomly. Hey, look, you got a
Hey, I'm
category.
about to say just what we wanted. Just the motherfucker we was talking about. Them shoulders, nah, he ain't natty dog. Not with them shoulders. Not with them boulder shoulders.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
nice one.
okay, that is a nice hand, yeah. And we are going first, which means we can ramp into the branch. So keeping it, yeah.
Yeah, the branch gonna come in clutch.
There we go.
All right, this one I'm gonna kind of, let you
Hell yeah. Let me fucking
let you do your thing. Let you
let
do
me
your thing real
flounder.
quick.
This
Nah,
this
you got
leader's
you got
this leader's dope too, and I am predis. So after I got to see him in the anime, I was like, oh, Katakuri's a real one. He's just on the other side. You know what I mean? But he is a
Oh
real
yeah,
one.
he's different.
Okay, let's
But
see.
really,
Oh,
you got
okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
that one right there. Gain that. Swing 6. And now he can't just use his
that's the
ability.
great thing though. Is like you play so much ramp. Like if
Yeah.
you see the lead performer or something, you can keep that 1K and just to counter out with. It's essentially the same thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to be, whatever, but I feel like the game's already won. Why you ask? They're going to 4 Dawn. We're about to go to fucking 8 Dawn, and I'm gonna play their deck's biggest card next. Now it does suck that he did get the Brûlée out. That does big city suck, but I'm gonna go ahead and counter out, and we're gonna keep it moving.
Well, you do have Rush Sanji as well if you wanted to wait another turn, even
And
if
I
you have the
could,
ramp
and I really
turn.
could. I really could.
You could remove it. But
Yeah,
it's player preference though, because neither one's a
yeah.
bad play. Like even if he swings the Bon Clay, it's still not terrible. It's
If
still
he,
cool.
because he goes to 7, uh, I can just take the Bond Clay hit and then swing into it next turn, and he won't be able to block it, and I keep the counter. I'm gonna try this route. You did make a great point. I'm gonna just try this route and see what happens, because I feel like ramping to the biggest card is going to be a big deal.
Oh yeah, for sure, it's still a big deal.
And then
You
even
still can
still,
you still can block with Kata. You know what I'm saying? He's still an
yeah,
8 cost 8K blocker regardless. So it's like even if he swings 8,
yeah, and I could go without even doing that and just play the big mom out. Yeah, just that, gain that. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got it a
yeah,
whole
he's
turn
tough.
before he did, and he ramped, and we're still ahead of him. So yeah, I just fucked. Katakuri just became one of the most expensive decks in the game, and he's playing Sasaki. This was a
Oh,
card
he's
that
playing the Animal Kingdom.
yeah, this is a card I was thinking of back in the gap when we were trying to make red purple Luffy ramp all the damn ass time. Picked
You
up
know, card I was thinking about. I was thinking about taking him was that Nico Robin. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a 4 cost 5K, but on play if you have 8 or more Don it KOs. I think it's a 4 list.
oh, I'd have to see it again.
Let me see. Pull it up.
Okay, so for this, I'll just go ahead and give him fronts and notes. Oh wait, just wait. No, I'm gonna block
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
this because he's gonna try and fuck me. He's gonna try and fuck me.
yeah. He's trying to set you up for sure.
Yeah. He's like, he didn't go for it. No.
He was gonna strap up that that Bond Clay trying to get
Hell
your
yeah.
blocker off. Or playing
Oh
another one.
shit.
But you're good. You're good either
Yeah,
way
I'll
though.
swing into this one and bottom deck or bottom life that one. Okay. Do I got a 2K? I don't even. I can take technically. I can just go ahead and take it
Yeah, you know you're
because
gonna heal anyway.
yeah, I'd rather. So where my mind is that I know I'm gonna heal, but even if I wasn't gonna heal, I know that I want to save my counter to save my bigs, kind of deal. That's where my mind is at.
Yeah,
So
that's essentially what you want to do anyway.
I develop first because it's sim, and I'm a fucking. That's how I get down. Apparently, just do
It's all
that.
good.
Game 1, bottom
There's
life
not many
that.
counters in the game that can deal with the 9 costs on board anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Or 8 or 9 costs.
Keep one up for the giant. Oh yeah, I think it's just done, son. Now he does got that big ass mom, but I hashtag don't care. You can play that Big 10 mom, and that's your whole fucking turn, and then I'll just race you out.
Yeah, you could easily drop, your
What
own
the fuck?
the
I
next
clicked
turn.
them.
It have.
God bless. On stream in front of Rubber Captain for real?
Hey, look. Even if he, hey, even if he, even if he plays a 10 mama swings it to him, you still can save him. So
Yeah, I got the
it's all
giant.
good.
Damn. The best bet no, not really. I was gonna say his best bet would be to swing 15 at him, but I think I could get out of 15 as well, and then that would really be the game. Because at least if he develops Big Mom and swings, he has
He's not playing Big Mom, that's for sure.
yeah, not playing Big Mom.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give him well, I'll give him this one. In case we do want to play this out later.
Mr. 2 will go good into this matchup because they do play them big bodies. So it's like, if you establish him behind your big bodies, they're gonna be scared.
Okay,
They're
so they
scared
got
to play their own big body.
They got an 8. They're probably gonna play out Cat. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I just want to see what I'm gonna get. Okay, cool. I should have been able to counter out of that. That's such fucking trash. Fucking bullshit. Okay.
Hey.
So
Now
now
you're playing them at a handicap and you're still doing good. So.
yeah. Let's don't want to make it any worse. Now I can play these two out and then be ready to mimic whatever he has. And I don't think they're running Usohachi, or if I'm not mistaken, they ain't gonna run anything that's gonna be able to do anything with this guy to turn him sideways.
What is that 3 cost split into? Is that the one that ramps him back?
Yeah, it just returns 1 Dawn rested. So basically he can use his ability for free right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. If I swing, even if I swing 5, he still has to interact with me. But those are my thoughts. Either A, I do that. I could swing 7. I could develop Sanji for 7. And, that's a 7, that's a 7, that's an 8, that's a 9. Or, like I said, bring out a blocker, bring out a Bond Clay. They got to worry about Bond Clay no matter what next turn.
You got options for sure, man.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna do this route, and I'm gonna see what happens if I swing, because he's got to give me a card.
Might just use his leader effect.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, and that's fine, because cool. He gives me that, so he's gonna take a free one right here. Or not a free one, but yeah, he actually missed his opportunity for that. Because
he could have blocked right there, but he's scared. He wants to keep it on board.
Yeah. Okay. Give him that. So right now,
open Don up, he's probably scared.
Yeah, he don't know what the fuck we're about to come out with. And if I fucking don't click these two active, we just start the whole video over. All right, so now he did turn it. I could swing again at life, or I could, like I said, I could develop a blocker and a whatchamacallit, Bond Clay.
Blocking up never
Yeah.
a bad play.
So I think I'll do this, and I'll do this, and then in turn, this one and this one. Thank you. Gain Arrested Dawn. I should still be at 3 life, technically, which is crazy to think about. I would still be at 3 life. And then this is going to be the reason why they hesitate to play a huge body, because if they want to play out their mom now, they're fucking getting F'd in the A. I'm interested personally in gianting out just to draw some more cards preemptively before it's a clutch play. What do you think about that? Because I don't want to give up these two guys if I don't have to.
They don't really have any removal, so I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yes.
They could play that one card of the Big Mom, the 9-drop Big Mom, but I don't know if they play it or not.
Well, and I imagine they would, but even if they did, I mean, fuck it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one and see about. There we go. I wanted to have more Rush City after this.
Oh yeah, you looking nice, man.
Yeah. There we go. That's my big bitch. Just right on time. I can go ahead and counter out, or not counter out. I can go ahead and block there. Stay at 2 life. Stay super healthy. Is what I'm thinking.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll just give him a 1K. Oh no, I'll just block out here. What am I talking about? I be forgetting this motherfucker's a blocker. He's so valuable.
Man, yeah, I know. You gotta remember that shit. That's a lot of counters saved in your hand.
Oh yeah, I forget he's a blocker. I forget to restand him. I just forget him. I forget everything about this
And now
motherfucker.
he's got to worry about that Mr. Two swing. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I did absolutely forget they could just restand him. But we can I believe that establishing another blocker is the move. Uh and then I can just swing 6, see what he does. Yeah, I think I'll swing 6, see what he does, and then I'll go 8, 9, and 12. We'll
it's
just
always
bang it
good to
out.
test the waters first.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that.
That way, even if he uses the leader effect, he still gotta
Still gonna
give
have to give
you
me
something
something.
out of him.
Now, normally against a lot of other decks, I mean red included now with the fucking Mulgun, I would be worried about swinging with Bond Play last because of the cards they can pull out a trigger that would get rid of a 4 cost 1K body. But I'm feeling a little confident swinging into him like this, so we'll see. If he,
Yeah,
if
certain decks you don't have to worry about it as much as
yeah,
others, but
so if he got it's gonna cost him a card one way or the other, unless he wants to give me the free block. And if he gives me this, yo, we can swing, swing, and then we can swing here into that, and we really get him. So he doesn't even use leader's ability. Okay, that's interesting. So that works out for us. We're gonna go ahead and swing here. We got the cards. They don't got the cards. We're happy about all that.
yeah,
And we also have the life to take, even though we would have 3 life to take. But my OCD will never let that fucking go. I'll be thinking about that shit tomorrow.
hey, I be doing that too, man. I be beating myself up sometimes when I make misplays.
Let's see.
And I know it's just because it's the sim, you know. It's like if I was
Yeah,
playing in
yeah, yeah.
IRL, I know I'm gonna physically turn the cards forward.
Okay, they're looking at the top of our dick. They want to see what's coming.
He's probably
Coming
trying to
with
try to
it, we
counter
coming
out.
for it. Yo, yeah, he's gonna give me some 2Ks in this bitch, which is great for us, because that means he's not gonna counter out of this one. Oh, yeah.
That's why we do like got the bond clays in because it is good into these matchups like this.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna.
You know you're drawing so much, you're gonna see it eventually.
Yeah. Okay, so in turn, really in
Don't
turn.
forget. Nah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one and this one. Give me a rest
Alright,
dog.
good.
And turn bond clay right side up. Okay, cool.
So the
And
only way you can
game.
kill us is it physically has to get 5 attacks through.
Yes. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And there's not enough Don. He could have 20 Don, and I don't think 20 Don and 4 cards, he ain't gonna make that happen. And he just did that. So I would
Yeah, no big mom.
say we're big city fucking hooping. Big city chilling, big city developments, putting on that pressure. Let's see what's going on.
And even if he block us up, you got the Rush Sanji and the Utohachi as well.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
Maybe he plays another.
that Sanji's gonna ruin his day because I'm definitely gonna swing like 6 again just to test the waters. Uh, oh, he's going for game. Yeah, so I can counter out of 1, and I can give him 1K counter, right? And then when he swings with these 2, I can think about taking or whatever the fuck I want to do. So I'm gonna do that right now. No blocker. I'm gonna give him 1 because I can only play 1 Sanji
Yep.
next turn. Don't do it. Damn it! What a bitch. This one he just played this turn. If I were
Yeah,
to
he just played that one.
If I were to counter out,
I
I
would
don't.
be opposed to countering out and making him swing into it again. Hell,
Yeah, yeah,
the
and I
best swings
could,
in life.
cause he can't.
You
He
still got
can't.
two wrestlers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And the question is, do I get? I will give him a Uso Hachi. Only reason why is because I will save Sanji for an extra swing next turn. He's at 7. Yeah, I'm gonna be dirty. I'm gonna be dirty. So now that
I do
means you
that
got to
all the
commit
time,
one of
man. I
these
troll
bigs.
motherfuckers all the time doing
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
big. It's big city troll right there. So okay, he decides to be angry. Okay, I could give him a free swing, or excuse me, get a free block. If he wants to swing into this, he gets rid of it, then he swings into that. I don't know. I don't know.
So he's got a problem. Okay, so if you free block this, he's got to make a choice to either get your category off board or try to get your category and Mr. Two off board. Either way, he has to worry about that Mr. Two. He can't leave it on
Yeah,
board. So
yeah,
he's gonna have to invest into that Mr. Two regardless.
and if he leaves three attacks up, well, this is regardless. But if he leaves these, so I'm gonna see about this. Let's see what he does with this. Because if he invests Dawn here, that means he can't invest in a blocker as well. And this is a 6? Yeah. So even if he did have some kind of 6-cost blocker, that 6-cost Katakuri, I believe there's a 6-cost Katakuri from the, but I think it was a yellow card. Anyways, even if it's a 6-cost, Sanji can turn it sideways, they're getting fucked. So, yeah, that's gonna take that. Okay, cool. And then are you going to invest in here and swing at this? That's the big question. We're playing chess and checkers. And you played this, so you can't swing with that.
Oh, you can save your Mr. Two now.
Yeah.
By the way you're swinging. Oh, well,
Oh, I'm
he
gonna
ain't
just
swinging into your Mr. Two.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take that.
Not respecting the Mr. Two is crazy.
Oh, we could even do this.
Yeah, you could play it.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to return 1 Dawn. I'm going to use card action. I'm going to trash this one just because I'm not going to be able to get the value out of it, but I can put 1 Dawn here, swing. Oh, shit. Oh, what a dirtbag. He played God Thread. What a dirtbag.
I mean, you still got a shit ton of swings, so it don't really matter.
I regret everything I just did. Okay. So we can swing 5 here, 5 here, 8, 9, and then another 7. And hang on. So if I do, that's 5. And then I still have 9 up. And I can even get rid of Dawn. Oh, come on. He quit. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. He didn't have shit. 1K, yeah. So, yeah, we were going to swing. What I was thinking of is, like, I could just put 1 here just to pity pat his ass, okay? Use his ability, cool, whatever. Then I give him 7 or whatever, or 6. And then he would have to, he can't use his ability twice. He'd have to come out with something. And then 8 is a block. And then 9 is it, and then Sanji would be the game right there.
I wouldn't have been opposed to working backwards in that situation.
Just swinging big first.
Starting off with a 9.
Yeah, yeah. And
if he turns his blocker sideways, that lets me know that he doesn't have counter. If he takes, that lets me know that he doesn't have counter. I mean,
that's a great point.
Yeah, I would have been opposed to working backwards as well. But yeah, your point is valid too, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I've done that a lot in videos, especially with the red purple Luffy, where it's like you got a big on board, so I'm gonna just swing this 10 with Whitebeard and see what you can do. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna swing 9 with that Doflamingo and see what you even have. Oh, you can't do that? Okay, cool. And now, because it's again, I would like working backwards. That was a great point. Because if I'm swinging 9 or 8 or whatever, if I'm swinging with these first, this is letting me know how much Dawn I have to invest here as well. And they only have 4 cards. They only got 1 life. So yeah, that was a great point. Let's see. What time are we at right now? Hang on.
Oh, we're probably in there.
We're an hour 17. You wanna rock one more? Or should we go ahead and get to our video?
We can
rock another one. Okay.
Let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
I'm here, man. I'm off. I'm chilling.
All right, good deal. And we're starting. Okay, good. Now Nami is a deck that a lot of people are interested in. At least in my circles.
It's a nice hand.
And it's a nice, and you know what? And it's always a nice hand here when Three Piece and Rubber Captain get together. It's always a nice hand. Okay, so we're gonna keep this. We're going first, so we're ramping into Disaster. That's gonna draw us a card, give us an active Dawn, swinging 6. But this is what I call stay out of my personal space, Name, where she gives you one fucking card, and for the rest of the turn tells you stay out of my personal space. You cannot touch this bitch, and we love it.
These bigs are gonna get all up in that person.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna have to. They're gonna have to give us something, because I know they don't want us to get hit. Wait, don't they have that ability?
Oh.
You may have activate when a life card leaves the area.
But you might be playing a life game build probably.
Okay.
You might not care about taking life.
Draw one card if you have 7 or less cards in hand. Did they draw a card off of that? Oh shit, we don't like that. We can give them. We can block out of that. There's no reason to take it. So I'll go ahead.
I usually counter out if you know. If
that.
I go first, I usually counter out.
I don't want to give him a Sanji just cause, but I mean we do run 4 other ones, and I would like to keep my counter. So that won't be the, and it's not the card we're gonna play next turn or the turn after that. Now here we got a fucking choice to make. We got a big city decision. I'm gonna go ahead and swing 5 first. Let her tell me to stay out of her personal space.
The blocker's always good on 8, just because if they develop anything, then they won't be able to swing into you.
Yeah,
you can just free block it.
And this is gaining us an active Dawn, but we're not in that situation where we even need a giant. So this is also getting us a Dawn that's gaining us a Dawn. Bro, Ramper, Restander of not just 1 but 2 cards, and it's a, did I already say blocker? I don't know. That's just too damn much, bro. Okay, so we get the free block, free 99. Please don't play a card that would, oh, I was supposed to say, and he's rested, so he dies. What? Okay, so now it's Big Loof, Boot Scoot Loof City. I'm going to go ahead and swing 5 and proc that, stay out of my personal space. This feels good, bro. Like, I really hope when you play the deck that I give you, it still feels this good, because this is just like a little too consistent. This is
way too consistent.
I feel like
because you're drawing so much, bro. Like drawing out of life, and then drawing like with elite performers, or drawing. Yeah, it's just you draw so much card. You see so much of your deck.
Yeah, I feel like the One Piece police are gonna come for you, and I'm gonna get in trouble for, like, you know, what is it? Not aiding and abetting, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, well, why didn't you call the laws to stop it? And I'm like, shit, I didn't know it was a crime. It felt so good. I'm going to go ahead and counter out here. That's a lot of active Dawn for me to turn this sideways. And
he's probably playing the, he's probably going to play the kid.
Oh, bitch ass kid. Yeah, I should have took the free block. Okay. Well, they're going to have to take some hits now.
Well, now you got Giants and you got Kaido, so you get...
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is an 8, right? So all I need up is 1. I'll swing. I'm gonna start with a 5 because I'm not gonna split. I'm not gonna put. Wait. Yeah. No. Because I can't ramp anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm going to swing 5, 9, and 10 is how I'm going to do it, because 9 is going to be 2 over their 7K. But this is just to proc their ability. Okay, they don't want to proc their ability. They don't want to have fun today. You don't want to have fun? I don't give a fuck about having fun either. I'm going straight for that life, dog. Oh, yeah.
The good thing about, like, when you leave non-open Dawn, they have to worry about a rush Luffy.
Yeah.
On board. So
no, like, they know we got.
Gonna try to counter out of this. Yeah, see.
And they didn't want to use their ability. That's a little cray. Okay, so I'm basically saying I win next turn with this one. Really in turn, and I got a blocker, and that's that. And
if they develop anything, they definitely can't kill you. It's like,
yeah.
They have to split and
Now,
try to kill you.
real quick to everybody at home, you saw how I clicked to do his ability first and not Kaido. Had I played like a Luffy, be sure, and I only went down one Dawn, be sure to skip his Katakuri's ability and do Kaido's ability. And instead of getting that rested Dawn back, get that active, sexually active Dawn back. All right. For here, I could take one more. Well, actually, if I take this one, he'll probably kid me again and then kind of go for it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a block and I'm going to give him this one. Well, or do I just give him this one?
Yeah, you can give him the thing. I'm gonna always keep Usohachi in hand over
Yeah,
over
yeah.
anything.
So,
Just because if he does block her up, being able to rest him down and just swing with all them bigs is good enough.
here, it's looking like he's going. Yeah, it's looking like he's gonna want to develop something. And the thing is that if he doesn't develop something, I think I'll just Gum Giant and then stay healthy. Because he can still kid me and then do that. And then with this, I'll draw cards and do that. Perfect. And then now if you want to swing into here, you're going to have to develop so much over. Yeah, that's the game. Yeah, because they had that. I figured he had that. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And we had, oh, yeah. We weren't going nowhere. And this was going to be end of our turn active. Nah. Because then we had Sanji. We could go down enough Dawns so that Homeboy would be able to give us an active Dawn. Nah, way too much. Way too much. There was a version of me that was down to just go down to 0 life and just see what they want to do. But anyways, that's another story. I'm no storyteller. But let's take it back to let's go back to for what I call the gist of the list. All right. So we got Rubber Captains, OP-11, Straw Hat build, and what I'm loving so much about it is that it is as familiar as Bond Clay, Zoro Draw, as familiar as these cards are. It's the assimilation of them. It's the assembling of these cards that are familiar, but feel very different. And I remember playing it the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I've seen all these cards before. Why does this list feel so different? Why does it feel different to play? So anyways, I'll let you go into your end of game thoughts and kind of what would you change if anything or whatever. But yeah, because I'm about to go off on this deck because I really like it. But you go ahead. It's your list.
Oh no, it's good. Yeah. Right now I'm liking it where it's at. I think Kaido does give you that that sexually active Don.
Yeah.
That does take the deck to another level, and it's essentially like you're playing big categories.
Yeah.
Three of them are blockers, 3 of them are not. But
and if you're like me, you forget to.
Right now.
If you're like me, you forget to set them active anyways, so you don't get to block with them anyways, right?
Yeah.
We still won that game. That's crazy.
It is. Does Kid need to be at 4? I don't know right now, but I do like having that option to, if I don't have any bigs, play out a Kid, play out a Brule, or play out a Mr. 2 like you did that one game.
Yeah.
I think the pieces to the puzzle come together just because you draw so much with this deck.
Yeah.
Essentially, just it's the leader that makes the deck good, to be honest.
So I was just, thinking just right now. So Kid is a counter, and that's great too, and it's a 5 cost, blah blah blah. I get it. However, what if we did some Queen activity? Because if we had like the board that we had just a bit ago, and we had queens in our hand, we could play out a queen, we could -1, we could draw 2 fucking cards, right? We could cycle, and then Kaido would bring that Dawn back sexually active.
Yeah, Queen is a good card as well.
Yeah. Because I just found this not. Yeah, I've always been a fan of Queen myself, and I just did not find us playing Captain Kid so often. And if we're gonna play it late game, well, Queen is the late game blocker, because I used to think when I first started playing Queen, it's like, yeah, Queen's dope, but like I don't want to play Queen on curb and then lose my ramp. And it's like, nah, it's not for that. It's about ramping and then blocking up and getting to draw cards for your trouble. I think I need to throw some Queen at my shit now. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
But anyway.
the only reason we do have the kids is like a safety blanket. If we don't see Kaido, we don't see Katakuri. We don't want to take that extra life.
Yeah.
We play the kid out.
Okay.
It's just giving us more a more variety of cards to see.
And it does work great
We're
with
gonna
these
see
two.
one of them.
Yeah, it does work
Like, we're
great
gonna
with
see
these
one
two.
of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going down on the kids and adding the queens in there. That's definitely a food for thought.
You got to pause that
But
one out.
I was thinking of I think it's a four cost, a Robin or something, the O Robin.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I was thinking that to
This
help
one.
out in the.
You're talking about Onami.
No, it's called like O Robin.
Oh, Robin. Okay. I know Onami, you get rid of one and you draw 2 cards. I'll just look up Robin.
It's a four cost. Oh yeah, that.
A
Four
Roby.
cost right there. A Roby, yeah, whatever the hell her name is.
So
Yeah,
that was a
I was
card I was really wanting to play to counter like Sakazuki. It was this card and it was another card. I forget the Kamazo or some bull. No, not Kamazo. It was some where like, yeah, I think it was actually.
Yeah, I was thinking that for like to counter these Bello Betties, they're probably gonna pop up to try to counter the blue purple Luffy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the Kamazo Manslayer KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less on KO, right? So if they KO this swinger, right, then you get to get rid of one of their threats, which is an 8k fucking swing. And then, yeah, the O Robin, which you were pointing out,
Also, that
is a great one
five,
too.
the five cost, it used to be played in the oldest list. The Poly, I think it is.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Polly
Thinking about him as
is.
well.
I bought a whole sheet of Polly's back in the Gap because I was like, yo, this is gonna be the card. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, that would be a great option too. It is a brick, but when you get to 7, when you're at that awkward 7 turn, you know what I mean, you're popping something that's pivotal on their end. But
Yeah, if Bello Betty ever becomes relevant, you know what the
yeah. But I honestly think that we handle up with this list. You would still handle up Bello Betty pretty easily because you don't just have 6K blockers. You have 8K blockers, which is what they go to. And then you've got all of these counters to protect them. And then you're swinging into them. And no matter what they're going, you also have the lens. The lens are going to get rid of them. So yeah, while we, and then you have Sanji's as well. Like all of this row is everything, because Kaido does his thing for sure, but this row of cards right here is everything that immediately impacts them like negatively, right? Also, I'm really glad that Kaido came up a bunch in these games. I would argue we saw Kaido more than we saw Lin, and we already know Lin's value, but I was really glad we got to see Kaido's value in these games.
Oh yeah, the cat.
Hello.
Threatening that one to open Dawn, like,
yeah,
scary within itself.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I think then that's gonna go ahead and do it for us on this one, right, boss?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and cut this at a feature-length film of a fucking hour and a half. Hell yeah!
You know the features got to be.
The feature, yeah, the creature feature, right? Okay, so yeah, who knows what this is gonna be after editing, but anyhow, guys, it's been a blast, and I don't know which one we're releasing first or second or whatever, but this is going to conclude the first collaboration between us two, and I feel like there's gonna be many more to come. You know, we're very proud to bring you that drama-free One Piece content, right? Everybody's like at each other's throats for something, but you know, we're having a great time over here. Anyways, What was I gonna say? So this one is here, and do go check out my guys' green purple Luffy list without the secret Luffy for everybody balling on a budget. Really, just people balling with sense, because I mean, God bless, spending $80 on that card is just no sense right now. And then do be looking to Rubber Captain's channel for when he pilots my list, which I'm not even going to show right here. I'm going to just let him show you in his video. But yeah, it's my OP-11 purple Luffy list. So we're going to be having a ball and a blast and something else that starts with a B. Do smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in the comments, let us know what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong, what would you be doing differently. This has been Murado Music with 3-Piece TCG, Big Beard Pirates TCG, and my man
Rubber Cat.
there we go. Hey, that was good. I gave him no. I didn't even know I was gonna do it. I didn't know I was gonna lob it to him until I did. But anyways, we love you guys. We thank you for all the support, and we will catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.
Stuck up in it, stuck up in it. Stuck in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could.